Welcome to the All Blends Perfectly podcast. Keith, Ryan, Harrison, Coalition Properties, and friends talking about the intersection between lifestyle, real estate, culture, art, and everything in between because it all blends perfectly.
And two things I want to shout out, man. I was listening to that old 56 Get Rich or Die Trying. Can we give a shout out to early 2000 hip hop?
Special.
Number one.
Special.
And them boys in the gunk. Shout out to them boys in Montgomery. Shout out to
Alabama.
East Chase Mall and all of y'all.
Montgomery, Alabama. We love it. I'm going to make a prediction, Keith. This year at the Turkey Day Classic, probably coming up in a couple months, the most popular item that the vendors sell outside
Will be chairs.
it's going to be a blinged out chair or a chain with a blinged out chair or a clip-on chair that you can take off real quick. So you always strap just in case.
Absolutely.
strapped.
Absolutely.
Stay
Stay strapped, my friends.
Today we're going to have a lifestyle conversation. And as many things within our world happen organically, we were just wondering, why do people think that they deserve certain things, be it either a lifestyle or a home, a car, or this, an opportunity, or whatever? And I asked the question, who told you that?
Listen. I deserve what this is supposed to be for me.
Blank, right? Yeah.
Who told you this, though?
Who told you that, though? Where does that come from,
God told you. God told you.
God did.
God did.
I mean, it's weird. Y'all know I love energy. I love events. I love having a good time with people around. One of the most proud moments of my life, there have been many of these last 17 months, was at our anniversary brunch when my son walked around the corner because we had the one room, we had the bar, and then we had the side room where things were getting a little ratchet. And, some people started dancing.
Yeah.
And it may have been, the greatest love song of all time.
I was just
All
about to say that.
All time.
And, somebody grabbed the wall like you do when that comes on.
And hugged it.
And I had my son in my arms. And we both looked over and saw this happening in that moment. And he reached out and said, "Dad!" And I put him on the ground and he ran right to the middle of the circle where things were happening and started getting, I was like, yo.
That's my child.
That's my boy. He wasn't, because, some kids, when loud noises and other things freak them out. The fact that he kind of saw that and chose to be like, ooh, I want to participate. I want to be a part of it. And it could have been any activity happening. The fact that it was that activity happening was kind of
Proud dad.
You kind of saw some of...
Harrison shed a thug tear.
Yeah.
One thug tear coming down the aisle.
Oh, man.
That's my boy.
That's my boy.
Man, that was
That's
so
my
powerful.
boy. Child rearing, too. It's an interesting piece where they talk about, don't tell your kids they're smart or that they're, don't talk that part up so much because smart only gets you so far. Yeah. And when they hit the rock where the smart only gets them so far, they don't know how else to feel about what to do.
Come through Georgetown. Come through Georgetown.
Well, but they did an experiment on the kids who they told them were smart, good job, and the kids they told them you worked so hard and you did such, your effort. They praised the effort versus praised the intellect. The ones where they praised the effort just statistically did better.
Why you just not telling me this?
I didn't tell you this before?
No, bro.
I probably
got
did.
Come on, man. You probably did.
Because your natural talent at parenthood, you didn't need no extra time.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you naturally talented, brother. Oh, man.
Maybe because I started early. I don't know.
Yeah, you've been in the game a long time.
In the game.
Over a
Time
decade.
was
It's like
It
Lil
is.
Wayne. Lil Wayne, best
Facts.
rapper. It took him 20 years.
Facts.
You know?
Second
Facts.
best. Hey, shout out to my man CeeLo. Hey, we saw you in Vegas.
Hey, bro, so much time has passed. We've
God.
done so much stuff since we recorded together.
We thought we moved on. We thought we were better than this.
And then we were watching Usher in Vegas, and who was in the audience but the GOAT himself, CeeLo Green, little arms and everything, having a great time. It was amazing. Hey,
Bro.
CeeLo, man, I love you, man. Can't wait to meet you in person one day. We were 40 feet away from each other. I just had other things going on.
If
Sorry.
his arms were longer, y'all would have touched.
Oh, my God, bro.
How'd you talk about my GOAT like that? Another funny pop culture example of code switching when it became a national subject was, remember when they found out 21 Savage was actually British?
Oh, my God. 21.
Pull uppeth.
Pull up it on
But-
me. No.
Farmer free.
Ooh,
Get that note, beat.
No,
You know?
but
Get
the
that
unplugged,
note.
the unplugged version, and I don't know where in Memphis he's hanging out because we know there are many parts of Memphis. There's 3-6 Mafia Memphis, and there's Justin Timberlake Memphis.
Right.
He got money. He got money. He got money to live in Justin Timberlake Memphis. Are you actually going to hang out in the 3-6 Mafia Memphis right now?
Here's the thing.
Like,
well, it's funny. Even what's my man name? La Russell, L.A. Russell.
Oh yeah, I haven't really tapped in. I haven't tapped in.
I do follow him because he said some interesting things. He said, "Why don't we treat rap like we treat other pro sports? Because you got a lot of people in rap. In pro sports, you get cut. You on the ball court.
Yep.
If you suck, get him out of there. Get him out of there." Whereas in rap, they're like, anybody's up in there. So I think it was just interesting how his mental approach to that. Because in the end, like Drake says, it's a sport. Yeah. We're competing out there.
Yeah.
And so there's just parallels to the mindset of anything that's competitive. That's what it boils down to. Right?
Yeah. Doing it
I like
against
that.
other people.
Absolutely.
It's the competition of business, because business is a competition.
Mm-hmm. It is.
As much as we want to be, everyone can eat. Some folks are gonna eat a little. Everyone can eat.
Everyone can. Yep.
Some people gonna eat more than others.
Man, I do my best to think about how I was raised, the models that I look to, what I think worked for me, and then I do my best to make my decisions and block out all that noise. You can't, man. The wild stuff you see on the internet, these posts that people, I swear, make up just to cause chaos.
Yeah.
You can't pay any attention to that. You really got to take a look and see what works for your situation, right? And you can also look at your friends around the table, right? Literally and figuratively, and figure out, what's working for them and share information. I think Harrison and I were just talking yesterday about, man, we all trying to figure it out together.
Absolutely.
Like, we don't know what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Even the ones that look like they know what they're doing.
What?
Just getting lucky.
Every
right?
day's a surprise.
And so
Every day.
And so yeah, man. So I value far more what my friends are doing that seems to be working than people I don't know what their real life actually is. I mean, so I'd rather see the ugly part of the parenthood process and understand how you get past that and fix that than to see the beautiful part that's captured on social media and social and try to emulate that and act like it's not hard to get to that part, right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean I prefer to take my cues and my information from the folks I can talk to and really see what's actually happening in real life. And that's just how I navigate it, man. You asking a lot of questions, Harrison. What about you, bro?
Funny you should ask. I think it's interesting, man. I like that we have permission to get down into more of the everyday parenting stuff. I feel like our parents, like our dads, either by choice, by whatever was going on back then, they didn't do a lot of the stuff, like between changing diapers, between the food, between a lot of the everyday presence parenting stuff. I'm an operational nerd. Right. I kind of like, operational with that kind of stuff. Nerd. I like processes. I like efficiencies. It's fun to me. It's kind of like putting puzzles together all the time to get to do all of it. And the fact that I feel like parents, especially 80s, 90s, didn't get to, or it wasn't allowed, expected, or the father was like, no, go ahead, honey. And sometimes it might have been kind of nice to be like, just go ahead, honey, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna lie. So as an active father, I get to change diapers. And the most powerful part of changing diapers is the process every time. And making sure when you wipe, you completely clean it up and there's nothing on anywhere, and you get them quick and you pin them down and you keep them engaged. It's kind of like DJing, actually. There's a lot of similarities DJing and changing diapers, because you have to do multiple things at one time with your hands and your eyes and your focus, and you're saying different things.
Do you
don't spill
do you
nothing.
do the 2 diaper thing? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I remember I had a roommate, and as soon as he graduated from, he was a physical therapist, got his doctorate. He graduated. His gift to himself was a Q7, the Audi.
Wow.
The Audi.
Yep. Yeah.
Now he just went to school, had all these hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt from school itself, and then I just remember him saying, I was like, man, you got a nice car, but he was in my house. My cars ain't the best.
Right. Different priorities. Different priorities.
Different priorities.
Yeah.
But I was young then. I was 20. I had to be 25 or 26, maybe 27.
Yeah.
And I scrapped and scraped. But the thing that, going back, that's a really interesting story. That's a really interesting story.
Yeah.
And so he actually struggled because he's like, man, I want to get rid of this car. And then he couldn't get rid of the car because they only really let you get rid of cars when you don't need to no more. Just like most things in life, right? When you need to,
bro.
man.
That's true.
And then the moment he didn't need to no more, he was like, man, I already
Right.
went over the hump, paid the money, like
Yeah.
got his credit together, etc. At that point, he was good.
Right.
So that was actually a really kind of interesting story. Now, granted, he's super successful still.
Yeah.
He has his own business
Right.
running, blah blah blah. But like that was a tough time. That was a tough time.
Speaking of travel, all right. So some people travel to destinations for water sports. I am
Water
against
sports?
Water sports.
Water sports.
Water sports.
You call getting in the pool a water sport?
I do. 'Cause it's activity in the water or ocean. All right, for one, a little sensitive. I don't like salt water in my eyes and things like that, and in my mouth and ears. And the water gets in your ears is terrible. And it takes more effort for me to float. Other people get in the water like, oh, it's relaxing. Just relax. You can float. No. I'll sink like an English bulldog. Like, it takes a lot of effort for me to stay up. So unless it's like crazy hot, which it was pretty hot there, I don't choose water sports for recreation. I will be by a pool. I like to be by the ocean. I want to hear the ocean. I want to feel the ocean breeze.
We
I
both
don't
bottom
even get in
heavy
it.
together, man. So I know I know how you feel. I'm bottom heavy as well.
It takes effort.
It took effort to